What it do? What it do? It's your boy BX Brother 730, and I'm live streaming Madden 13. Field the Dreams Custom Franchise Mode Season 3 Week 13. Got my New England Patriots going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Looks like he likes AJ Green.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. Able to spin free. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Sit down.
Check. Patriot! Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Lions. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first
drive,
first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The whole back this feeling was so long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting discussing in our meeting with the coaching staff.
Yo, Danny, what's going on, bro?
We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll look to throw here. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off around the 37. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking.
Should I hear that, man? Likewise, man. Just trying to get this league game out the way so I can get moving on with my day.
That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On my team, I got Matt Stafford.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. His throw incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Damn, Stafford. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Man.
By Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the
Shit, I'm not sure who his quarterback is.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out.
I wasn't paying attention to that, but I will now, though.
And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before.
Nah, it's definitely not Winston.
How much pressure is in the face of a guy? And can
I don't know who that quarterback is.
And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Miller.
There we
and
go.
he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to.
Yeah, I was trying to look at the name on the back of the shirt without having to call it, pause the game and check.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well.
I don't know. It could be Russell.
When you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8.
Hey, Kulo, thanks for that follow, bro. Definitely appreciate that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Patriots have it. And in this very cold night air, how much harder.
Yo, I don't know what's going on here, man. Every possession he's had has been a straight turnover. I mean, it's gonna change come the second half, though. But I mean, that's just wicked, man.
It is cold, and it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
And nah, this is a league game. I have the Patriots in this league. Didn't really have an option to pick Kansas City.
second down, Michelle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
10. Set. Lady. Go here. Right, 22.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And now running right through it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Stafford to Michelle on the dump off.
Go figure.
Yards on that one, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The fullback dive held up short. And the Bengals will get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down.
Let's go.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Let's go. Yeah, Chance, you right. I should have. I'll tell you what, I will next time, though.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On the ground, this is Michelle. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Goes underneath here to White. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Rachel, what's going on?
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Stafford's arm is just too strong, man. Golly.
Fourth down now. So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Well, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound
Did I
negative,
give you the
Negative,
word, baby
all these
girl?
first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
I don't know.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
All right, bud.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it either. I'm the Patriots if you didn't know that already.
First down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
40 gut! 40 gut!
On 1st and 10, Stafford trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a pitch out to Michelle. And some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage, dominating right now on this drive.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, 51 is down! 51 is down! Let it go here! Hey, I need one over there!
From the red zone now, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Come
on. What does that mean, break out there? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hey, go here!
They start the second half with Michelle on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Michelle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Step 4 down, tag 53. Set, Blue 80. Zebra. Hey, give me radar. Hey. Jumbo. Hey, hot.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He's so lucky that safety
Those
came
passes
through.
out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
New England on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Yeah, tag 53. Hey, go here. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21, check. Hey. Target.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A give. This is Michelle. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Stafford now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 22! Hey, 22!
From the gun, Stafford. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain addition.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That was the badass move right there.
Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession. of this second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And his throw is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He hits White, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Gun! Gun!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee.
Wow. All right.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Gun!
Yeah.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that. About. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Detroit! Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for White on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And it's Michelle once again. Dances by him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
Why is the dog back in the cage?
At this rate.
On the ground, Michelle, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's...
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And just shutting him off there. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will get him one closer. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yo, yo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hurry.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
White. Set.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Coming left is Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Good game, Juice, man. Good game. Boys came up to play today, man, especially defensively. They were spectacular at home. I got to see how many interceptions we had. I mean, we had some takeaways, man.
So for the
We can go straight to the team stats. Turnovers.
Ooh,
They had 8 turnovers.
And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to
Man.
town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,
That's
this
not
loss
gonna get
cost
it
them in
done.
the playoff chase as they
Fuck.
fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
All right, we out of here, man. Thanks for tuning in.
So for Charles
Your boy
Davis
BX
and our
Brother,
entire crew,
7:30.
I'm Brent.
We're streaming Madden NFL 19. Field the Dreams custom franchise mode on the Patriots just defeated the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 29-14. Tune in next week as we go up against the San Francisco 49ers at home. Peace.